So as we open up Unity here, we'll click on video game, as this is our game. So once it's opened, we immediately see this here. And this here is an import from Painted HQ 2D Forest Medieval background. So what it is that these actually come in just the pieces. So this is several different mountain pieces. This is 2 different mountain pieces, 3 clouds that I can adjust, and a sky background which I can stretch and move how I want. That's also where the light source comes from and falls upon these clouds. So now we can take a look at what's here. So you can see that there's some caves and some people. So the caves, they come from not this asset, it's the wrong one, this one here. And they're low poly caves. So we've got rib cage, boulders, rock arches. And then we can also look at our warriors. So here we have several different warriors. What we can see here is the 2-handed warrior. And he comes prefabricated with his own sword and his own animations. So if we look over here, we can see he's got an idle animation, a running animation. For some reason his sword isn't going with him, and an attack animation. So this is perfect for the game we're trying to create. So now we can look at, we've got this thing called spawn location, and it's just here, and it spawns a unit, which is this guy over here. And connected to the unit, it has a component called basic AIS, which is a script. AICS, sorry. And with that we've got a target, which is boulder underscore stone underscore 0111. This one over here. So its target is actually over this direction, so it tries to transform that way. And we can also see that it's got a speed setting, and it's set to 3. So let's have a look at that script. In the assets, we've got the scripts here. So we've got basic AICS. Alright, so now that we've got this open, we can see that there's not much going on. It's pretty simple. We've got public speed 5. And this part down here can actually be deleted, because this part's already doing the job. So it's just immediately setting the current target to target 1. No questions asked. This here was used in the testing phase, where I wanted to actually know when it was targeting target 1. So I could press target number 1. If number 1 was pressed, the target would be target 1, and it would print that location 1 was pressed. Then this line here actually makes the character transform towards the target. It's pretty simple CS on this one. And then for my animations, it's very simple. As soon as he enters, he runs. Simple as that. There should be fight, but I wasn't able to do collisions. I tried, but couldn't get collisions going. So then we also have enemy spawn. Oh, this is enemy spawn. So this is how the enemy spawns in, and it's exactly the same as regular spawn. And so you set the object to spawn, and if the letter Y is pressed, it will spawn the object and set the position and the rotation, and it'll print it. And so we can go back to Unity and look at spawn location, and we'll see that it's got the script, which is spawn CS. So we just looked at enemy spawn CS and they're exactly the same. And the object to spawn is unit, which is this one over here. So that means that the spawn location's got a script, which is its behavior, which spawns the unit, and the unit has a behavior which makes it target the boulder and run towards that boulder at a set speed. So we can give the game a go and just see how it's all working from this point. So immediately we have two people running towards each other. There should be a collision towards the middle, but that's not really happening. And if we press T, see now we have our players running towards the base. And the running animation is actually timed very well. And if we press Y, I've actually been having a problem which doesn't make much sense. So they're targeting this boulder over in this direction on the left side, but they're still running towards the right. And I've changed the speed, but the speed, I made it -5 to see if that would work rather than 5. And that hasn't done anything. So that got me stuck for a little bit. So this is basically what the game can do. It can't do much. Yeah. We can go out. So I've had several assets put in. I've got my characters, my backgrounds, and my caves. I've got the material here, which I used and made invisible and used it as a spawn location. And I've got 4 different bits of CS. So I've got both basic AIs. So I've got basic AI and basic AI enemy, and this one's connected to unit, this one's connected to enemy unit. And I've got spawn, and so this one's connected to unit and this one's connected to enemy unit. And what I've actually got here is you can see every time I press T, it creates a clone over on this left side. That's just a little fun fact. Okay, hope you enjoyed.